guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be continuing on decorating my house for Christmas. If you guys missed my last video, we did decorate my kitchen for Christmas. We went with a very vintage cozy cottage vibe in there and I loved how it turned out. So if you haven't checked that out, be sure to do so. I'll have that linked down below in my Christmas 2025 playlist, along with tons of other Christmas inspiration videos, along with some Christmas DIYs, some thrift finds, decorating my Christmas tree, truly a little bit of everything. But in today's video, we are going to be focusing on my dining room. As you can see, I have it decorated behind me already, but we are going to be going through the process together. We're going to be decorating my hutch, making a Christmas tablescape if you're hosting this holiday season, and some little nooks and crannies in my dining room that I love to spruce up for the holidays. If you guys are new here to my channel, I do love sharing home decorating. It's a very, like I said, vintage cottage style. I love very timeless looks with lots of layers and textures and things. I also love thrifting and antiquing, so lots of the things that will be throughout my home are from thrift stores and antique stores, and I have tons of really great Christmas thrift finds in today's video, so be on the lookout for those. I'll be pointing those out as we go along, and I love taking you guys along with me throughout my days and just showing you what we're up to. So anyways, that's what you will find here on my channel. If you enjoyed today's video, I hope you consider subscribing because I would love to have you here in this space. But before we get into today's video, I do want to kindly thank Green Chef for sponsoring today's video.
Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for clean eating. They make cooking approachable and enjoyable with farmers market quality organic produce, globally inspired flavors, and pre-prepped ingredients that eliminate the stress of grocery shopping and meal planning. Green Chef is the #1 meal delivery service for clean eating. You can choose from over 80 weekly menu options and customize based on your needs across over 8 dietary preferences, including plant-based, gluten-free, Mediterranean, and more. For my family, we always strive to clean eating and just being more mindful with our meals, and Green Chef makes that so simple by sending you the best quality items and with the ingredients along with the instructions on how to cook this. So this truly takes no time to make a meal. You guys know we are a family of 5. We are very busy and our schedules are all over the place, and Green Chef has helped make such a difference in our meals. Head to greenchef.com or click the link below and use code 50Nicole to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Green Chef box, plus 20% off for 2 months. That's code 50Nicole at greenchef.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Green Chef box, plus 20% off for 2 months. Code 50Nicole at greenchef.com. Thank you again to Green Chef for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already. This meal was absolutely delicious and I'm so excited to continue cooking with Green Chef.
Okay, like I had mentioned, I have some great thrifted items in this haul. As you can see, I have some stuff sitting back here on our little bar area. A lot of that is tablescape things. But before we start decorating, I want to show you some of these pieces because they are truly such just really good items. First up, I found these at the thrift store like 2 or 3 years ago, but again, they go so well with that just really traditional old-fashioned Christmas vibe, but they are Christmas books. I just love the covering on them. They're so pretty. So this is Once Upon a Christmas. As you can see, it has the candles, there's old books on there, just a lot of different elements. There's a teddy bear, just things that really bring in that old-fashioned feel. There's also this one here. It just says, "Oh, Christmas tree." It has the little candles in the tree, which you guys know I have in my tree. Mine are battery operated, but still the same effect. They're beautiful, and garlands and things. And then I also have this one. It's called The Wonders of Christmas, and it has the poinsettias on the front. They're just so pretty. I love them. Just really great books to have, and I'm planning on styling these in my hutch today. I have some other little odds and end things that I've picked up over the years, and these are some of my favorites. They are old pipes. I feel like every year when I share these, you guys absolutely love them, and I love them too. So I will be styling these in my hutch. Typically, whenever I decorate my hutch each season, I keep my more, not so much like sentimental, but more like just true antique things that I don't want to get broken. And honestly, I don't really have a ton of shelving or anything like that to display smaller items like this, so my hutch is normally my go-to. So I'm going to be using those along with this brass horn here. I think these are so cute. I find these at vintage markets pretty often during the holiday time, and love that. So I'm going to be using that. And then I also have this bowl. I pretty much style this the same every year, and it's because I love it. So this is a thrifted wooden bowl that I've had for years now, and it's just filled with pine cones, these little gold bells, again, that I thrifted like a whole pack of several years ago. I also have my dried orange slices. You guys know I love incorporating those into my Christmas decor. So I'm just styling these in the hutch. I think they're so pretty. They smell really good. The oranges are beautiful. It's like a nice pop of color. And then I have a couple other things that we're going to be using on my tablescape, and I just love them so much. They are such great thrift finds. So first up are these velvet napkins. They're like a deep red. I found these in a set of like 8 or 10 a couple of years ago, and I want to say they ended up being like $1 a napkin. They are so pretty and truly just a wonderful staple for a Christmas tablescape. So I'm planning to host my family one night for dinner and just kind of bring out all the fun dishes and things. I think it'll be fun because it's like, if you have these things, why not use them, you know? Obviously probably not for everyday use. We have small children and things, but if you're wanting to just have one festive night to bring out all the fun dishes, I say go for it. So anyway, we have these dark napkins, which again I love, and then 2 different dishes that we have here. First up are these cups that I found at the thrift store 2 or 3 years ago, and they are just so pretty. They're very dainty. They have the holly and berries on the side, and they have the little bow in the front. I'm not a huge bow girl as far as like, I don't really wear them on my clothes or my hair or anything like that, but I do think for Christmas, little touches of them are really pretty. So anyway, on these drinking glasses, I think that these are super cute. I want to say I paid like $1 a glass for these as well. And then a couple of weeks ago, I found some really pretty Christmas dishes, and I love them so much. Again, actually they were less than $1 a plate. I think I got 9 plates for $8. They are these clear plates, but they have the holly and berries on the edge, and then they have like a gold rim. But I love these. I think paired up against white plates, it'll really make that red and green pop and just be really festive for the Christmas season. So I wanted to show you those things up close and personal before we got to decorating, because I love seeing those unique pieces. So I love sharing them with you guys as well. But let's go ahead, and I think we're gonna start in the hutch, and then we'll work our way around the rest of the room. One of my favorite things to add in my dining room at Christmas time, or really just anywhere throughout my house in Christmas time, are these little wreaths. This one specifically came from Hobby Lobby. I didn't see it this year in store, so I don't know if they discontinued it or not, but I think it is so beautiful. And even after the Christmas season, you can take the red ribbon off and just leave it up for the winter, and I think it is just so pretty. I love the little white berries, but what I like to do to make these even more festive is add some ribbon. So whatever your color scheme is for Christmas, whatever style you're going for, try to find some ribbon in that scheme and like aesthetic that you're going for, and tie it on the wreath. I also have some little bells hidden in there, kind of hard to see, but anyways, the reason I didn't decorate my top little area here on this top shelf in the hutch is because I have a command hook and I'm going to be hanging this wreath on there. So I always have a hard time with command strips on this hutch, but I tried to get a heavier duty one this year to let it stay a little better, and so far so good. So hopefully this works. One other thing I want to say is if you have a vase or just regular greenery or anything that you just want to keep out and you don't want to go spend money on new like fall or new winter foliage and things like that, totally fine. Again, back to the ribbon, just tie ribbon on it. That's the motto. Tie a ribbon on it and you're good to go. It'll be festive. So anyways, I have this vase here with, this is like a cedar pine, like a cedar stem that I got from Temu. Actually the vase and the greenery are both from Temu. But I really like the combo of this, but I just wanted to add a little something to it to make it a little Christmassy. So I have this plaid ribbon here and I simply just tied it on there. Called it good. We're gonna be sticking this on this bench here, and it'll just give it the most subtle but also just really pretty and simple Christmassy touch. Okay, back in the beginning of fall, we added more of just like a gallery wall over here in the corner just to bring it to life a little bit. It was very dull. I didn't have anything here other than this large picture, and I just wanted to add a little more depth and texture and color. So I have a variety of frames that we hung up. All of the frames are thrifted except for this one. This actually came from Hobby Lobby, and if I can link that down below, I'll have it for you guys. But everything else are just prints that I printed off from Etsy, and I printed them at Walgreens. But I wanted to keep all of these the same. Originally, I was going to put bows on the frames, but again, I didn't want to go too over the top with it. So anyway, I'm just leaving those as is. But I also have this cute little table here. So this one I thrifted a long time ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago, for, I want to say it was like $10 or $12. It was very inexpensive, but I love it. And I always keep it here in this corner simply because this corner is not very deep, but I still want something, you know, to add a little bit of character, and I like more thrifted, antiqued type of furniture. So anyways, I put that there, but then again to the ribbon, I have this huge wicker jug. I forget what these are called. If you know what they're called, let me know down in the comments, remind me. But anyways, I have these like cedar or juniper stems. I think they're cedar stems. I can't remember. From Hobby Lobby. When you can get these stems at Hobby Lobby, I think they're like $3 a piece when everything's half off. So it's not bad at all. I want to say I have 4 of them in here. Some of them I bent a little shorter just to kind of give it a fuller look, but anyways, and then I just tied more plaid ribbon around it and added some bells. So this is what this looks like up close. I think the red and the gold bells are just so pretty up against the wicker, and the green is just a nice little pop. So we're just going to be sticking that here in the corner, and it just kind of fills out this space so much more. Again, very simple. Nothing else was changed other than I changed out the greenery and I tied a ribbon on it. So other than that, this area looks the same the rest of the year, and I think that's the beauty, again, of the ribbon. You can make it look so festive without really doing much of anything else. All right, next up is my favorite part. We're going to be doing the tablescape. I have so much fun with these, and again, even though I don't have a full tablescape out every day, I think it's just still fun to share ideas and things that you can do to make it look really festive for the holiday season. So if you're hosting anything, if you're hosting family, a girls' night, just any type of little gathering, have fun, bring out the fun dishes. A lot of my things are thrifted, like I had mentioned, or you can find really cute dishes at the Dollar Tree even, so it doesn't have to be anything fancy and over the top or anything like that. So everything that we're going to be using on this, aside from greenery, and I have a tablecloth. Everything else is either thrifted or from the Dollar Tree. So full disclaimer, you can find stuff very inexpensive but still make it look really pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. The key to doing a tablescape, in my opinion, is just layering. I love the layering process. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Guys, that is everything for today's video. I had a good time in this one. I love making the tablescape, and again, you can use thrifted pieces. Truly, going to the thrift store this time of year is my absolute favorite. I love looking at everything because it's just so unique and you can find some really neat things. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed it, I hope you guys consider liking this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, because I would love to have you here in this space, and hit that bell notification. That way you're notified every time I post. Like I said, I do post every Thursday, and on occasion I'll sprinkle in a couple extra videos as well. But I hope you guys are enjoying your holiday season. Thanksgiving is coming up and Christmas is right around the corner. So I hope this video gave you guys some inspiration. But again, as always, thank you guys for watching. God bless you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.